Hello, 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 hello. Alright. Audio is up. And game is gamering. Let me make sure stream's up on my end. Let's see here. I really need to invest in a second monitor. There you go. Okay, yeah, everything is good to go. Audio is functional. And I've not muted it on my end this time, so I can actually hear shit, because I'm fucking stupid. I'm going to lower the volume, though, just so my mic comes through a little more clear. I adjusted my own sound settings, too, because I was watching the playback from last night, and I noticed I was a little bit quiet. It should be better now. And I say that as I'm redlining, but then I'm listening to my stream over here, and I still sound kind of quiet. But we'll see how it goes. If someone complains about audio being low, I'll adjust it some more. But it's clear enough that I don't think it would be an issue. We shall see. Got his ass. But yeah, we're just going to do some more pre-patch bullshit for a little bit. And then I think tomorrow, we'll be doing some Helldivers 2 stuff, because there's supposed to be an update and then a new war bond, so I'll probably peep that for a bit too. Assuming it's stable enough that I can, stream it. Which, yeah, who knows, honestly. Hard to say. It's kind of a mixed bag. But, we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to shoot it down, that's for sure. And then might do something Friday evening. I haven't decided yet. Just because I have a phone interview that morning. And, I know how my ass is. I'll probably interview, and then I'll be like, okay, that was too much, time to sleep. But ideally, I'll hang out and I'll do something afterwards, even if it's just editing a video I'm working on, because I am working on another repo video, and then a Phasmophobia video, but that one's probably going to be a while, because I've got like 4 hours worth of footage to sift through for that. And I'd love to stream it one day. It's just... it's one of those where there's a lot of standing around and doing fuck all for most of the time, just for like 30 seconds of something entertaining. And so it's not really stream friendly. I mean, WoW's not that stream friendly, if I'm being honest. You gotta really, really like WoW to want to watch a stream for it, right? But we'll see. Nice. And now we have Void Elf Demon Hunters. Not that I really like Demon Hunters, but... whatever. And I'm gonna take this portal, because I got other bullshit to be doing. Because I still gotta do some more Endeavor stuff. Which is still kinda... I don't know. I'm iffy about it, to be honest. I like it. I like the system. I like the idea of it. But I've been grinding the fuck out of them, and I'm still kind of limited on what I've accomplished with them so far. This is going to be... It says 40 days. It's probably going to take me longer than that just to get to Tier 1. But we'll see. I might make it work. I got to go do some more BC content, though. Let's see, Shafar, yeah, and then those three. Yeah, we can make a decent bit of progress today. That's 4 different things to be doing. It's not like there's a lack of content right now, you know. There's that at least. It's a lot all at once. I don't plan on staying up till 4 this time to stream. I figured I'd just do a little bit here and now, and then, yeah, maybe an hour or 2, depending on what I've got going on later. And then we'll come back and do some other shit later. And I'm in the full outfit today, because, you know, why not? I was a little lazy to put it on last night, but yeah, it was also 4 in the morning, so I wasn't really going to put a ton of work into it. But, you know, we're in the full outfit tonight, so maybe we'll actually get a few people in here and we can do something with that. Doubtful, but maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Yeah, I was thinking about going to Twitch and starting there, but Twitch is, honestly, it feels overly complicated for me. And because I'm already somewhat, you know, I already have a channel on YouTube and I've got a few subscribers, it's like it made more sense for me to start there just because there's already some kind of audience. And even though they're probably really not here for WoW content, there's at least a couple of people in that audience that I know of that would actually, you know, that have already gone back and peeped the stream from last night. So it's like somebody's watching. Not a lot of somebodies, but, you know, someone's interested. So that at least. To be completely honest, I'm a little more focused on doing this stuff tonight just for the sake of endeavors and housing. Just because they did add a bunch of new stuff, and it's like I want to be making as much progress as I can anytime the new endeavors pop up as well. So it's like I want to grind out as much as I can from them each time they appear, just so it's efficient and I have them done early, so I've not got to worry about everything later on, you know, like later on in the expansion, like after it's come out, because it's like there's going to be plenty of content with that anyways. I get overwhelmed, especially at launch, so it's like the more I have done before launch, the better, just because I really don't know how that's going to be. I did play beta for a bit, and honestly, I'm pretty excited for it. It seems like it's going to be a decent expansion. So that'll be good at least. But there's also a lot going on. Like, first few hours in, and I was already overwhelmed. So, as good as it may be, I know there's going to be a lot to keep up with, as it is with most expansion launches. So, you know, I want to try and accomplish as much as I can before we get into it. Now, someone said you could change, there's a way you could change your thing, that way you could make, like, progress on your endeavors, right? But not have them scaled up to your level, which is kind of annoying, to be honest, because it's like, the dungeons and stuff aren't scaled up, right? But then this shit is, and I guess the idea is it's supposed to, like, prematurely, well, not premature, I don't remember the word. It's supposed to extend the content, right? Make it last a little bit longer while you're doing your endeavor stuff, so that way people don't just burn through endeavors, which I get, right? But also, this is a 40-day event, and whether it comes back around or not, you aren't making a ton of progress with these endeavors. And so I feel like trying to artificially extend them is a little odd. But I guess I get it. I don't know. That's neither. I think that one's kind of just subjective. I know some people that really like that, and then I know some people that think it's kind of dumb. I think it can be both. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of them being drawn out, so that way it takes you a little bit of time. But also, like, days like this when I have a bunch of free time, I feel kind of artificially limited in how much I can accomplish. And, you know, great for extending content, not so great if you're like me and you're trying to be as efficient with your time as you can, right? Because it's just, you know, I've got other games to play, I've got other shit going on. I don't need something artificially extended just for the sake of making it last longer, so you don't have to add new content or whatever, you know, whatever the reasons extended is. But yeah, I might end up enjoying the grind for it. I don't know. I just don't like grind, you know. And I say that while I'm playing WoW, but neither here nor there. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think the Endeavor system as a whole is solid. There's a couple things that I think could be improved, but it's still early. It's very early, so we'll see if they do get work done. And if the YouTube streams don't, you know, pick up or do well after a few, I might consider splitting. So I might, you know, once a week I'll do a stream on YouTube, and then maybe once a week do one on Twitch or something, if I can get Twitch where I'd like it to be, which is kind of unlikely if we're being honest. I just don't see it happening, but we'll see. If it's become a little more practical to stream, I will consider it, but as of right now, seems like YouTube's just a little more accessible for me. But I'll get my OBS set up with both, and we'll see if it works out. Because I would like to do both. Just one a week on each, but you know, if YouTube does well, we'll stick to YouTube. If I go and do both and Twitch does well, we'll focus on Twitch. But again, with me already having a bit of a YouTube presence, it made more sense to come stream here. Especially because I've already got some of the other channel benefits and whatnot set up, so it just made more sense. But we'll see, you know. I'm not going to say no to it. Were there anything? Fuck no. Honestly, though, the only problem with a WoW I've noticed, especially with like pre-patch stuff, is it's been out for a day, right? So the initial response to it's already kind of over for the most part. Anybody that's made a video on it is probably already done. So same thing with streams. Like nobody is as interested in it anymore. So as much as I like WoW and I wouldn't mind streaming it, if there's not really anything going on in game like that day, there's really probably not much point in streaming it, just because there's not going to be any viewership, right? Like even now, like I was looking at some of the other pre-patch streams, like anybody that was streaming, or even like popular streamers that were streaming pre-patch content yesterday, they've probably lost about 90% of the viewership they have by today. So it's not exactly viewer friendly to do WoW unless it's something like the day of. Now, if it was the expansion, you could probably get a couple days out of it, right? But pre-patch is not got enough going on right now. Now maybe next week, whenever they update it again and they add some more stuff to pre-patch, I would probably stream that. But as far as this is concerned, I don't think I'm going to get a ton of viewers just for what I'm doing now, because it's grindy and repetitive. There's nothing going on. There isn't much point streaming it other than to just hang out. But I don't really have the fan base to come hang out. Even before on some of my other videos, when I had people joining the Discord, most of those people were just giving, which don't get me wrong, I like video ideas, but it was, hey, let me join your Discord, and then, hey, you should do this video. Hey, you should do this video. Hey, you should do this video, and then nothing else. They don't want to interact with the pre-production stuff. They don't want to come in and interact with me if I'm doing a stream in VC or anything. It was just, hey, do this video, or hey, can I be in a video? But you don't want to do anything, and that's fine. It's not your job to do that, right? But if you're going to come in and join the group, it'd be cool if you participated a little more, which is why I've put the Discord behind a bit of a paywall, because we had a bunch of people coming in there for, hey, do this, or hey, put me in a video, and then nothing else. And if it wasn't that, then they would come in, some rando from YouTube would come in and then start drama or bring in a bot or some other bullshit. So as of right now, the Discord is locked away. I don't want to paywall it. I'm not even sure if that's the right idea, but it is paywalled for now, just because I don't want somebody that doesn't care, somebody that's just a bot or whatever, to come join the server and fuck with it, right? And it's behind the paywall because the people that actually want to be there, it's for them to be there. I just don't like the idea of making people pay for that. It's more of a temporary solution until I can find a way to vet people to join the server, to be honest, my goal was maybe more to just have people that show up, and you show up and you interact in chat a lot, and I see you interacting, or you help out with just anything like that. Like you're visible on the channel, right, or in the streams, or in the comment section, and doing something to promote those people, because I don't want to paywall anything. And that way, if you're participating and you're doing stuff in chat or on the channel, you're getting rewarded without being somebody that asks for money, because I don't like the idea of paywalling anything. I know it's a benefit. I know YouTube offers that. I just don't know how I feel about it. So it's a lot easier to just reward people that I know are interacting in chat versus charging them for a chance to interact with me in person or something. This is just odd. And today when I'm doing content like this, where it's just WoW pre-patch and there's not really a ton going on yet, I don't expect there to be a lot of viewership or anything, because there's really fuck off. Like, I'm just running around doing this Endeavor bullshit. Like, there's nothing going on. At this point, most people watching, you're either going to be here for WoW content, which not a lot right now, or because I'm dressed like a buffoon. But comfortable. I'm very comfortable right now. This fit is always cozy. There's really not a lot outside of that. I'm just that dude. I don't know. I look like a fucking chud. today. I think next week, whenever they add that Twilight Hammer or whatever the fuck storyline for next week, for the pre-patch stuff, I think there will be more to do as far as stream content. Because right now I'm just doing endeavors, because I want some of the housing stuff. Because I'm a shill for that. I really dig it. I didn't think I was gonna like housing in WoW, and then I kind of like it. I kind of fuck with it heavy. So we're doing endeavors because I want the hookah for my house, and the ethereal thing gets you hookah if you're maxed out with them, which is going to be kind of a grind because I've done a handful of endeavors already, and I'm not even at one. So this is going to be like a multi-week thing. And it's just going to be a bunch of me yammering, because that's I'm really good at yammering and nothing else. I suck at WoW, so the gameplay is not going to be spectacular. I'm a horrible conversationalist. I'm not particularly funny unless I'm shitting on somebody. So it's just going to be a lot of yammering. So if you're into that, great for you. If you hate that, oops. At least I look silly, I guess. And I do need to go and kind of get my gear situated, because with them doing that little stat crunch, it's been a bit noticeable. And I can go, because they gave everybody a bunch of Valor Stones in the mail, so I'm probably going to go see if I can't upgrade some of the gear I've got, just to bump up my eye level a little bit, right? So that way, whenever the story stuff for pre-patch comes out, because I know there's a gearing thing with that too, it's going to be, a little bit easier for me, just to keep up with it. But as I said, I really kind of blow at WoW anyways, so if there's gearing to do, I'm going to do it, because I need any kind of boost I can get, because I really am mid when it comes to WoW. I will probably jump around from being locked in to yammering back and forth a lot, probably, knowing me. Because I am a S-tier rambler. I will talk about anything for any reason, and it will make 90% of what I say is just absolute bullshit anyways. It will make 0 sense. It will continue to make 0 sense. I don't plan on making anything I say make sense. If it comes out and it makes sense, that was unintentional. I really do just spout bullshit 90% of the time. And look like a jackass. I'm really good at looking like a jackass. That's not that one's not intentional. I'm just good at it. We'll have this one done soon enough, so at least I don't have to grind these fuckers out. And then I gotta go grind somebody else. Actually, I might go do this dungeon first, just because I know it's worth a whole lot for the endeavors, and then I might go and do some of the endeavor stuff. I'll do Ethereum extermination later, just because I don't want to grind out another 100 kills when they're scaled up to my level. Because I'm sure there's going to be a repair bill already. And Legion Remix spoiled me with that. Not having to worry about getting my shit repaired was really nice. And now that I'm out of Remix, it's very noticeable, and it's cut into my gold quite a bit. Because I haven't been thinking about it, so, it's just whatever. And I've got to get back into being aware that I have to repair my gear again. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's alright. I'll live. It's like a first world problem. I will say though, Remix was odd. It had some issues, especially early on. And, once all the content was out, it got kind of stale. I was expecting more. But I think if they were to do that and actually keep up with the content and not go back on things they've said, or not make changes after the content's been out, I think it would be better. Like, for instance, the some of the mounts, like there were some of the I forget what they're called, but they're like the death chargers or whatever that you could buy, right? And they were both ground and flying, and then later on they're like, oh well, the animation's a little wonky. So instead of fixing the animation, you just remove flying on them. Which is odd to me, because it's like you've already sold people this mount, right? People have grinded out bronze to go buy these mounts, and then after they've had them for a couple days, then you remove part of what made them valuable to own, which is odd. And on the, we're almost leveled up. Inverse of that, it's like, I get it was broken, and that's fine. But when it's broken, you should try and fix it first before just saying, too bad, sucks for you. That was odd to me. I don't fully understand what the logic behind that was, but neither here nor there, I guess. My point being is, it's like, as long as they don't do shit like that in the next remix, whatever it is, right, it'll probably be vastly better. Blizzard just got a really bad habit for remix of going and saying, yeah, you're going to do this so you can get this, and then you go to do it and it's not there, or you do it and they change it afterwards, which, in my opinion, is a little lazy, or at the very least, not up to the standard that it should be for them to hype it up the way they do, right? Because, there are going to be times when shit doesn't go to plan. That's fine. That's completely understandable. But after you've done that the first couple of times, it starts to get old, and there is kind of this question of, what are you doing for quality control, or is there quality control? And if there isn't, how do you fix that? If there is, what do you do to improve it? And when there is a problem, right, what is the best way to respond to it? Because obviously removing content or just not delivering it and not talking about it is really not the best way to approach it, right? And so I do find that odd. Okay, these are both in the Mana Tombs. Okay, so we're going to go run Mana Tombs because there's a couple of endeavors for here. And so it's just, it's just a Blizzard thing, right? But it's a very frustrating Blizzard thing. Because it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot. You had something really good going on, right? And then you're either not delivering or you're going back on it. That kind of pisses people off. And if you're like me, it sucks, but whatever, just move on, right? It's a game. But this is why we're talking about. Most of the fan base is not quite so forgiving or understanding, especially those that have been around for a while. They do expect more. I guess it depends, I suppose. I know some people that have been play WoW from since the beginning, and they don't expect anything out of Blizzard. Then I know some that have been playing since the beginning, and they expect a lot out of Blizzard. I've been playing since Classic, but I wasn't heavily invested until Wrath. And I will say that it's very hit or miss. I skip expansions sometimes because I just don't care. I've been around for the last few consistently, and for the most part it's been decent, There are definitely times when content feels like it could be better, or writing feels like it could be better, or the game itself could definitely feel more stable. But as a whole, it's not bad. I don't think Blizzard is in a bad place right now. But if they continue to have issues like they did, or they advertise things the way they did with Remix, and then Remix goes again that way, or the base game, retail goes that way, where it's, hey, you said you're going to do this and then you haven't touched it at all, or hey, you said you're going to fix this, or hey, you promised this would be here and then this system isn't here, or it doesn't work, or whatever it may be, right? Whatever piece of content it is. That does add up over time, right? And so, what's a mild inconvenience today, when it's happened for a week or however long, right? It stops being mild and it gets frustrating. And that adds up quick. I think that was kind of the issue with Shadowlands, is it was just really, really, really inconsistent. It would go from being really cool to being really stupid to being really cool again. And so it's a very inconsistent experience. And so as a whole, Shadowlands suffers. Which sucks, because, the premise was there, right? It's just the writing got messy. The content was inconsistent, kind of half-baked. And so it couldn't hit the mark. And that's kind of how Remix felt to me, too. I liked the premise, and overall I enjoyed it. But it was a very inconsistent experience, and I think most people kind of had that same experience with it, right? And so that does affect how the game is viewed, and it affects how people perceive the idea of a new remix or of a new expansion or whatever new piece of content comes out, right? Because if you couldn't deliver on one piece of content, how are we supposed to expect you're going to deliver on another? Just how it is. But I guess point being is that, it's all a mixed bag. It's a very mixed bag. And I really don't know what to expect out of Blizzard, to be honest. I've played beta for Midnight, and overall I thought it was solid. There was a lot to like. A couple things here and there that I was a little iffy about, but overall, decent. So if it's that same quality that I got when I was playing beta, especially story-related and gameplay-related, I'll be happy. If it's less than that now, or something's been changed and it feels lesser, or little things like stability and performance haven't improved, that's gonna kind of suck, right? But outside of that, I think it'll be okay. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, I do just ramble. I don't even really remember the premise of whatever the fuck I was talking about. I just kind of got into it, but I don't know. I think I'm just kind of filling the void, because grinding out this shit for endeavors is mind-numbing, and so I need the noise. But it does give me a chance, like I said last night, to kind of go back and play some of the older dungeons and raids that I've not touched in a while. I've not had a lot of luck with this run in particular. Normally, Mana Tombs is a decent run for me as far as BOE gear goes, because there's a few decent transmog pieces that are worth some gold, but it's not been a great run so far. But it's alright, that happens. You're gonna have shitty runs.
What is this? As you can see, we are somewhat preoccupied right now. But no matter, as I am operation host, I don't have a target.
And I think I kill him to get the key for that, I would assume. I've not done this in for fucking ever, so we're gonna see. Not that he's difficult, I mean, yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on there, right? Yeah, I don't remember how I get the key. Hold on. I gotta do some research here. I do not remember how to get this. Oh, I think I have to do a quest to get it. Fuck. Okay, we might have to come back and do that one. It's worth a lot. I might actually have to come back and do that one. I think I did level up. I didn't quite level up my No, I leveled it up, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I got a contract, but we have hit a level up on the house, which is cool. And then I'll come back and do that later. Again, I'm kind of chopped, and I've not done any of this shit in forever. And so I tend to miss stuff or get turned around a lot. Because it's been ages since I've touched any of it. I'm trying to see if there's anything I've got here that's worth any real gold. A couple little pieces. But I'll have to go get that key later, and I'll come back and do that. But it's not priority right now, because again, I'm kind of just running around yammering. See, like right now, I burn out from the yammering, so I'm kind of like locked in trying to figure shit out. I'll do Yor and the Ethereum stuff later. I'm gonna go back to my house and do a couple things there since I've leveled it up. Maybe add on to it. I've been thinking about adding a new room anyway, so that works out. And I don't know how long this stream's gonna last, just because WoW is one of those games where it's like I'm either really, really, really burnt out, or I want to put in a whole bunch of time all at once, and there's not much of an in-between. And I don't want to burn myself out too quick because there's a lot of new content, right? And so I'm trying to manage it. I don't want my streams to go on for too long either, because I know so many people personally that stream, and like, yeah, I'll tune into your stream, and then they stream for like 6-7 fucking hours. It's like they run out of content after the first hour, right? And so by the time you get to hour 6 or hour 7, there's not really a lot going on, and it's kind of boring. And I don't have a lot going on already, right? So anything more than an hour for me feels like a waste of my own time and for whoever's watching, right? Because you're just going to be watching for the same thing over and over and over again for however many hours. So I'd rather keep it short and sweet, right? And if I get to the point where I've got a bunch of people coming in, I can add on to it, or we can talk about things that aren't game related, right? But outside of that, I don't see much point in doing anything wild, just because no one's going to see it. No one's going to be invested enough to want to see it anyways. Yeah, we'll go talk to dude over here and have level up my house again. What's up, bud? Alright. And we are at house level 4. Sweet. Room placement budget's up. Okay, there's a couple things there. Nothing crazy. Enough that I can add onto my house, because I was going to add a new room. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, right? But I was going to kind of go and add a new room. See what I could do with it. Let's see, what's the reward for 5? Evening circle room. Yeah, I could do some of that. Oh, that's right. I guess if I'm going to add to the house, I should probably... Now, the only issue I'm having is I don't know where I want to add, right? I was going to extend the stairwell, right? And just add a room to that. But then it's like I could add to what's right now is the bedroom. I could add something to that and make a secondary bedroom or some shit. My only issue with that is I'd have to move a bunch of stuff around in the one room, or maybe move it over to another, and so I'm a little iffy on it. But I think I want to expand this. It can't be placed there anyways. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I would best add this, but it's like you can't add it to the side, right? I can only add it this way, and I can't extend it with a stairwell. I mean, I could extend the stairwell up, I suppose. Can't add it this way. What about on the bottom floor? Yeah, like it's really awkward adding that lit room for some reason. But that's going to fuck up my kitchen, which I like my kitchen layout, so I'm not going to do that. So I think I'll, I don't know. I think I'm going to add a stairwell, right? And then, I don't know. I don't remember how to add on to the stairwell, to be honest. There we go. Room 3. Okay. And then I'll add probably, I don't really know. I don't know what kind of room to add. What size is this one? Octagon room, small. So I guess cross-shaped, L-shaped, square room, tiny, square room, small. We'll add another octagon. Yeah. And then later on, we'll add something to it. And we'll add a... Well, you can add a closet there. Yeah. That'll work. I like the idea of building up in it. Just like a bigger on the inside thing going on, which I kind of dig. Shit, I forgot I have to move that around. It's okay though. I can do something with that. And then, yeah, just keep adding on to it. And then... I forget what I have it set to down here. Dark and cottage. Okay. What is it? Wall style, full dark. And then cottage. Yeah. And then just apply to the rooms. I don't think it's full dark though. Yeah, it looks more medium, I think. I don't really know. Or is it light? I don't know. I don't think that looks correct though. It's definitely not that. Because this style says dark, but it does not look dark. Whatever. It don't matter that much. And then what we'll do is I kind of want to just keep building up as tall as it'll let me build up. And then I don't know what I'm going to put in here because I wanted this to be a daylight room. But it's really odd and it's not letting me do that for some reason. It's really weird about how it does rooms. Just like I can't just add... irking the fuck out of me trying to figure out the color scheme for this. But also, housing UI is odd as fuck and a little janky. There we go. This is like rugged dark, or no, that ain't it. I think it's just medium. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. Okay. And then we're just going to add something. Right? Let me compare it to the bedroom down there and see what color it's got going on in there. Because again, this says dark, but that doesn't look dark. It's whatever. I don't know. I can do more with it when I add on to it, I suppose. And we're just going to add something in here. I don't know what to add in here, to be honest. Probably, I think I'm just going to make it another bedroom. Right? And then we'll just do with it as I may. Let's see, how long is it? 45 minutes, yeah. So it's like, it's like I said, I don't want to stream for too long, just because it's going to be me yammering. And it's going to sound dumb, and it's going to look dumb, and there's just not much point to it. Yeah. And so we're just going to do some little shit here and there. There's not really a lot to add. I see, that's the other issue, is like, I want to do a multi-room thing, right? But I don't know what to put in each room. Because I wanted to do bedrooms. But it's like, that's a lot of furniture. That's a lot of gold to put into furniture. And so I'm a little iffy about that. I guess what I could do, right, is get rid of these floors. And then just add on and move a couple things around. Which I'm a little iffy about. I don't like the idea of doing that because I just put the funds into doing it. Right. Remove that, right? Okay. And then with this one, I would assume I can... Yeah, we're going to remove that stairwell. Okay. Because I can't add that there, can't add that there. There. I can add it on to this one for some reason, which sucks because, like, I've got a fireplace there. I don't want to add it to that one. I don't know why it's so picky about it. Because I can't add it to any of the other rooms. If I go downstairs, right, can't add it here. I can add it to this side with the kitchen, but I don't want to fuck with the kitchen. I suppose I could, though, right? Oh, yeah. I could do something with that. Let's go view it, though. See if it's worth doing it. I didn't realize that's probably why I was having such a hard time with it. Is because it's like an actual, like, daylight room. Which I don't... It's very obviously a room. I don't know if I can do anything with that to make it look cool, you know? I really don't, actually. I don't know that I like that. I don't know what I would do to make it believable. So we're going to add the floor plan and just get rid of it for now. If I can think of something, I will, but I can't really think of anything. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I was going to expand the house. I don't know that I will, at least not like that. And I assume the moonlight room is going to be the same thing. I thought it would be more like, like a room with like glass or something above it or some shit. Not quite that. And so I'm a little iffy about it. Because I don't know what I would add to that to make it any better. We'll just leave it as is, because I like my kitchen layout. I really fuck with it heavy. I don't want to touch it. As far as this shit's concerned, though, I do want to expand on the house. I just don't know how best to, right? I guess I could just do another floor, right? And have everybody have their own floor, or all my alts have their own floor. It's just a matter of who's getting what and where. Could do a hallway. I do like the idea of that. And I could do like a study here or something there. Yeah, I could do that. I like that idea. So we're gonna have this, right? And then I could probably do something else. Put something here. Put something here. I do like the idea of that. That's smart. Okay. Customize. Folk medium. Keep it. Cottage. Yeah. The only thing that irks me is this is supposed to be folk dark, but it looks folk medium. Which is odd to me. Again, housing I think is a little gooped up right now, so I'm not going to read into it too much. Stair style. Well, the stairs. I didn't think about that. It's also possible it reset itself, I guess. That could be. That might make sense. Rugged wood. Yeah, we'll just keep them as they are. I don't see any reason to mess with it. And then this needs to be... Yeah. Oh, it changes the whole thing. Okay. So yeah, we'll keep it folk medium on the stairs because I don't really have much of an option, which kind of blows. I was hoping I'd get some more individuality for that. And then we'll just make this rugged again. Rugged. And then folk medium, cottage, all around. Yeah, that looks good. And with the hallway, we will just add to it later on. I don't know what I'll put there. Probably some more paintings or some shit. I've got fountains and whatnot. I mean, I could do something with these, but I don't know what I'd do with these. I don't know where to start with this, though, to be honest. I've got another bed. I could do another bedroom. I could just put a fountain here. Just for the sake of looks, I suppose. Right? I'll gussy it up, and then as I find other items, I can store them, you know, up here too. Because I really don't know what I would put anywhere, other than just doing like individual rooms for some of my characters or something, which I think is gonna be the plan. You know, we'll adjust shit later. Right now it's just preempted, like, here's the setup for it, and I'll add to it as I go. But yeah, we can do some paintings on the walls or something. Maybe a trellis or some shit, just to make it look lived in. Because I don't really have a ton of objects to put here in the hallway. Or we could just do like a mage tower, I don't know. That'd probably be a better idea, is just have it be like a mage tower, or like a secondary bedroom or some bullshit. Floor plan. Floor 3. And just remove this and remove the hallway. But instead do I don't know, another cross-shaped room or something. Let's see, we can do a small octagon room or a cross-shaped room. We'll do another cross-shaped room. And then just work with that. You can really tell I didn't plan this out. Not so great at the housing part with the building and whatnot. I've had enough time with it to learn the basics because I've been working on it since the beta. But I am starting to notice there's definitely some areas where I'm lacking as far as performance goes on this when it comes to what I'm doing. You can tell I'm kind of a buffoon. But I think I'll just do another bedroom and then like a study or something like that in here. Because I can't really think of anything else useful. My other issue is I'm running out of furniture, and I don't want to drop money on it right now. You know what I mean? I don't have a ton of gold because I've already bought a bunch of shit to make the other parts of my house look nice. And so I'm kind of iffy about spending more money. But I can at least make some unique looking rooms, I suppose. Do something with that, you know. And I'm not super worried about practicality for like how the house looks. Like it's not gonna make sense. We're definitely doing like a bigger on the inside thing right now, so it's not gonna. It's gonna look noticeably fucked up for a little bit at least, until I can think of something better with it. But that's okay. I don't mind that. We're in WoW, you know. It's a fantasy universe. I don't think the house not making perfect sense is gonna matter too much. You know, we can do some shit with it here and make it look decent anyways. House is definitely going to be a bit of a mishmash, though. Not like that. No. I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to do with each room. But I do have an idea at this point, so we're not, like, completely fucked when it comes to design stuff. I do need to buy some more furniture, though. I'm running out of decent furniture to be put in places. Yeah, I need to find some better furniture. I don't know. Anyways, it's getting there, right? I need another big chair. Something comfy. Yeah, this will work. It's going to look a little basic for a bit until I can find some better furniture to, you know, put in here. But I didn't preemptively go and I didn't plan out what I was going to do. And so, actually, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a warrior bedroom. There's my tusked fireplace. There we go. Yeah. Where's my throne? This might end up looking kind of fucking janky. I don't know. I didn't plan it out very well. Oh no, I kind of dig it. It's gonna be messy for a bit, but I dig where it's going. We'll do something with it. It's weird because like this top half of the house is gonna look like shit. It's gonna be barren, right? And then the bottom half is looking decent finally. But it's all right. I can do something. I'm just gonna have to grind out some more shit to put in the house. Just got a little spear rack. I was gonna add on and do like a closet or something with it, but I don't know. I might not. I really don't know. I'll leave this wall empty because I might end up doing something with it. I might add on another room or something. Okay. Oop, that's clipping just a bit. There we go. But yeah, we can do like a warrior bedroom or something with this. I want to do a bedroom for all of the warband characters, but I don't know if I have the time or energy to go and, you know, put in that kind of work to do it. To be honest, I could, but I don't think I want to. Just because it's not worth it to me. At least not right now, to go and do a room for every single character that I have. Especially when I'm already struggling to find furniture for what I've got. It just doesn't make a ton of sense right now. Wish I had a smaller one of those. That's smaller, but not quite what I want. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do something with it. I'll at least get the basics of this room put together. And then some here. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. So the basic room layout is all there. It's not perfect, but it's set up anyways. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. Kind of like that. Yeah, I got to go get some more furniture so I can put this shit together. But, like, the idea is there anyways. And then I can start on doing shit out here. I think I've got a fountain or some shit. There's the altar here. I can do something with that, I guess. Make that not clip. There we go. And then, how big is that? Oh yeah, that ain't bad. Okay. And then I need to get some more wall decorations and shit too, because there's not really a whole lot going on there. Just something there. You know, just a few things here and there to kind of make it better looking. Rug. Forsaken rug. There. Just so I can make it look a little more lived in. Then I can get some little objects and put in there. And then something to liven it up a bit. No, that won't work. Yeah, just make it look lived in and magical or some bullshit. I don't know. Oops. There we go. And then later on, I'll do a little more work to clean it up some, make it fit together better. Oops. Yeah. Perfect. Might do like a bed of bushes or some bullshit. I don't know. Oh, and lighting. I probably need to add some lighting. I didn't think about that. Try and get it in the middle there. Close enough. And then later on I will come back and do a little more with it. But I don't want the rest of the house to suffer just for the sake of adding one room. Because the rest of the house has got a decent bit of clutter in it already, and it's like, it looks good, right? So I don't want to push my luck and overdo it, or underdo it either, you know? But anyways, I think I'm going to end stream there, just because I'm already at about an hour, and I've got a few other things to take care of, and I don't want to really overdo it. I don't want to draw the stream out too long when there's not really a whole lot going on. That feels kind of pointless to me, because there's just not enough people yet to justify doing a ton with it. So, yeah, if you've tuned in, thanks for tuning in. I'll probably do another stream later this week. I might do some Helldivers tomorrow. just because there's supposed to be an update tomorrow, so I might stream some Helldivers. It's definitely going to be more exciting than, WoW housing stuff. But yeah,